I'm going to show you an easy way to make your golf cart, especially a lifted golf cart, more stable. Now if you went around a corner a little too fast one time, maybe one of your front wheels came off the ground a little bit, made you a little bit uneasy, then this video is for you. I'm going to show you how to add wheel spacers to a golf cart to give you a wider stance and a more stable golf cart. Bone stock from the factory, this comes in at 46.5 inches wide, outside wheel to outside wheel. So this is what an up-close view of the wheel spacer looks like. So we're putting on 1.5 inch wide wheel spacers, so the whole golf cart's going to be 3 inches wider. I'll put a link in the description below on everything I use, so if you want to do this to your golf cart, you can easily click on the links, have this stuff show up at your doorstep in 1 to 2 days. You need to remove a wheel to install these. It doesn't matter if you start on the front or the back. I'm just starting on the passenger side. I've got it jacked up. I've got wheel blocks in the back. Now you're responsible for your own safety. If you want to put a jack stand under here, even better. You need to know the thread of the studs on your cart. Now this is a Coleman cart made by Candy Cruiser. These are M12 by 1.25. So you're going to need open end lug nuts to secure the wheel spacer. Now before I put that on, I'm going to put a little bit of blue Loctite on the studs. And then we're going to go ahead and put on the wheel spacer. Since these holes are counterbored, it's pretty hard to get your fingers in there. So I'm just using the socket to get them all snugged. If you get all the lug nuts on your spacer snug by hand, go ahead and tighten them all to 50 foot-pounds. Now the thread on these studs on the spacer are 1/2-20, so you're going to need some closed end lug nuts that are 1/2-20 thread. Go ahead and put the wheel back on. We're going to hand tighten all these lug nuts, and they are also going to be torqued to 50 foot-pounds. The lug nuts are tight, just give your wheel a spin, just make sure everything's free, you don't have any binding of any kind. So this is the wheel we just did. If you'll notice, the outside of this wheel is slightly outside of this fender. So let's go ahead and take a look at the stock side. And here is the stock side, so you can see a little bit of a difference. I'll go ahead and grab the tape measure, and we should be 1.5 inches wider. And now our outside wheel is at 48 inches, so we gained 1.5 inches. Let's go ahead and do the other side and gain that other 1.5 inches, making it a total of 49.5 inches when we're done. Blue Loctite. Now the wheel spacer goes on with the M12 by 1.25 open end lug nuts. We'll go ahead and get this one tightened up. So now with 1.5 inch wheel spacer on each wheel, we've added 3 inches, so now we have 49.5 inches outside to outside in the front. Let's go ahead and do the back. The back outside to outside wheel is 48 inches. So we should be at 51 inches when we're done with the rear. So here's a look at the driver's side rear. Notice how the tire is really inset from the outside of the fender. We'll go ahead and switch that out, and I think it's even going to look better. These back ones are going to go on the exact same way. Just hand tighten, and then we'll torque them down to 50 foot-pounds. I've got those lug nuts all torqued down. Now take a look at the wheel. Now that it's out towards the fender more, it looks a little more natural. It's good practice as a double check. Go around to all of your wheels, all of your lug nuts, and double check that they're torqued down. All right, measuring across the back, we're at 51 inches outside to outside. All right, just taking it for a quick spin. I've put these spacers on carts before and I can tell a huge difference. One nice thing is it also steers better. Most every cart I've put wheel spacers on become more stable and steer easier. So steering easier is actually just an added benefit. So You'll notice right away when you go around corners, you can take them a little faster, and you don't feel that kind of sudden urge to grab onto something when you're going around a sharp corner because it's nice and stable. And you'll also notice that the steering wheel has a lot less shake. It's a lot more stable, smooth, just all around a great purchase and modification for a golf cart. For right around $130, there's really no better modification for a lifted golf cart. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching.